The precise mechanism governing protein synthesis in your body actually dictates that beyond a specific, surprisingly low threshold, any additional protein you consume is not only futile for muscle growth but actively contributes to metabolic waste. It's a fundamental biochemical reality, not an opinion. Your cells simply won't use it to build new tissue. This isn't about opinion or diet dogma. This is about the intricate, non-negotiable limits of human physiology. We are going to dissect the exact molecular machinery behind protein metabolism, revealing precisely why your body has a hard limit on how much protein it can convert into muscle or repair tissue. You'll understand the amino acid pool capacity and the true cost of overfilling it, a cost far greater than just the money you spend on supplements. You've likely felt it before, that vague sense of sluggishness after a massive, high-protein meal, or a slight digestive discomfort when you've been pushing your protein intake exceptionally high. You might have attributed it to just feeling full or digesting, perhaps even told yourself it was a sign of your body working hard to build muscle. But what's truly unfolding at the cellular level is a remarkable yet often misunderstood metabolic ballet. Your body isn't just passively absorbing all that protein and storing it away for future use. It's a highly dynamic system with very specific, finite capacities. Think of amino acids, the building blocks of protein, like individual Lego bricks. Your body needs these bricks to construct an astonishing array of complex structures, muscle fibers, enzymes that power every chemical reaction, hormones that regulate your entire system, and antibodies that defend you from illness. It's a constant, vital construction project. When you consume protein, whether from a chicken breast or a powdered shake, your digestive system diligently breaks it down into these individual amino acids. They then enter your bloodstream, forming what scientists call the free amino acid pool. This pool is like a central workshop floor. It's where all the available bricks are temporarily held. Now, here's the critical insight. Your body doesn't have an infinite warehouse to store a surplus of loose Lego bricks. It has a fairly limited workbench capacity for this amino acid pool. When your body needs to build muscle, repair tissue, or synthesize new enzymes, it intelligently selects the necessary bricks from this pool and assembles them. This process is exquisitely efficient. However, if you overwhelm the system by constantly supplying far more amino acids than your body currently needs for its ongoing construction projects, especially for muscle protein synthesis, which is a rate-limited process, those excess amino acids don't simply wait patiently. Instead, they trigger a different, less efficient metabolic pathway. The body recognizes these surplus amino acids as an energy source, or more often, as a waste product if they're not immediately needed for building. It then embarks on a process called deamylation. During deamylation, the nitrogen-containing part of the amino acid, known as the amino group, is stripped away. This is crucial because nitrogen in this form, as ammonia, is toxic to your system. Your liver, a metabolic powerhouse, then quickly converts this toxic ammonia into a less harmful compound called urea. Finally, your kidneys, those incredible filtration organs, step in to filter out this urea from your blood, which is then excreted from your body in your urine. So, what happens to those deaminated amino acid skeletons? Without their nitrogen, they become simple carbon structures that can be converted into glucose or fat for energy storage. Essentially, your expensive protein powder, beyond a certain threshold, is either burned as fuel or stored as fat rather than building muscle. Research by Morton and colleagues in a 2018 review published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine extensively analyzed protein recommendations for muscle hypertrophy, concluding that protein synthesis rates plateau significantly beyond an optimal intake. They highlighted that exceeding this optimal intake does not yield additional anabolic benefits for most individuals. What if the real limiter isn't how much you can eat, but how much your body can actually use? This understanding changes everything about how you've been conditioned to view that scoop of protein powder or that extra-large portion of chicken. For years, the health and fitness industry, often fueled by supplement manufacturers, has pushed the 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight rule. Many have even advocated for higher, 2 grams per kilogram, or even more, for serious lifters or those looking to shed body fat. Let's consider our hypothetical person, weighing 180 pounds. According to this popular rule, they would aim for 180 grams of protein daily. Before grasping this nuanced science, you might have diligently measured out your 2 or even 3 scoops of protein powder, mixed them into your post-workout shake, and consumed them with conviction, genuinely believing you were optimizing every fiber of your muscle growth. You'd readily spend $100 or more each month on premium protein supplements, convinced it was a non-negotiable, high-return investment in your physique. You felt productive, disciplined, and totally in control of your gains. Now, with this deeper insight into how your body truly processes excess amino acids, you look at that second or third scoop or that extra large portion in an entirely different light. It's not just extra fuel, it's an unnecessary metabolic challenge. Your body, having reached its maximum capacity for incorporating amino acids into muscle protein synthesis, isn't efficiently using that surplus for repair or growth. Instead, it's diverting valuable metabolic energy and resources to break it down. It must first deaminate those excess amino acids, then convert the toxic ammonia into urea, and finally, your kidneys must work harder to filter and excrete that urea. It's akin to pouring premium fuel into a vehicle's tank that is already overflowing. Much of it simply spills out onto the ground, wasted. This isn't merely about the financial waste of flushing expensive nutrients down the drain. This is about the cumulative, often unnoticed, stress you are placing on your kidneys, emphasized. While healthy kidneys are incredibly resilient and can generally cope with an increased protein load, consistently pushing them to process excessive amounts of urea over months and years can contribute to long-term renal strain. This is particularly relevant as you age or if there are any underlying, perhaps undiagnosed, sensitivities or predispositions. You were told to eat more for performance, but you were actually making your internal organs work overtime just to manage an unneeded surplus. Before, you believed you were taking the optimal path to maximizing your physical potential. Now you realize you might have been over-optimizing to the point of not just diminishing returns, but potentially creating an internal metabolic burden. Before, you viewed protein powder as a direct pipeline to an anabolism and growth. Now you recognize it as a powerful, finite resource, demanding precise, intelligent dosage and timing. A meta-analysis by Antonio and colleagues, published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition in 2017, while focusing on safety, also noted that while very high protein intakes generally don't cause acute harm in healthy individuals, the anabolic benefits demonstrably plateau. This research underscores the inefficiency of consuming protein beyond a certain point for muscle building, showing that the body's metabolic machinery is redirected towards waste processing rather than beneficial synthesis. Your body is a finely tuned machine, not a bottomless pit. So, armed with this powerful and precise understanding, what practical steps can you implement starting today? Here are 3 specific ways to recalibrate your protein strategy for maximum efficiency, health, and value. First, reevaluate your true protein needs based on scientific evidence, not marketing slogans. For most active individuals, including those engaged in resistance training, an intake of 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily is more than sufficient for muscle growth and maintenance. To find your optimal range, first convert your body weight from pounds to kilograms by dividing by 2.2. So, for our 180-pound individual, that's approximately 82 kilograms. Multiplying 82 by 1.6 gives you 131 grams, and by 2.2 gives you 180 grams. Notice how the top end of this scientifically supported range aligns with the old 1 gram per pound rule, but the lower end is significantly less, and crucially, for most people, the optimal point for efficiency often falls closer to that lower range, especially if you're not a competitive bodybuilder in an intense cutting phase. Start aiming for the lower to middle end of that scientific range, distributing it across your meals. This means for many people, 80 to 120 grams of protein daily is far more realistic and metabolically efficient. Are you measuring your protein intake or just guessing? Second, Prioritize whole food protein sources and strategically time your intake. Instead of relying on massive single-dose protein shakes to hit an arbitrary high target, focus on obtaining your protein from diverse, high-quality whole food sources. Think lean meats like chicken and fish, eggs, dairy products such as Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, and plant-based options like lentils, beans, and tofu. These foods come packaged with a wealth of other essential micronutrients, fiber, and healthy fats that contribute to overall health far beyond isolated protein. Distribute your protein intake throughout the day. Aim for 20 to 40 grams of high-quality protein every 3 to 5 hours. This provides a steady, manageable supply of amino acids, allowing your body to utilize them far more effectively for synthesis without overwhelming the limited amino acid pool and triggering the wasteful deamination process. Imagine a well-planned day: a breakfast with eggs, a lunch featuring chicken and lentils, an afternoon snack of Greek yogurt with berries, and a dinner with fish and quinoa. This natural, consistent rhythm supports efficient protein utilization without creating a metabolic bottleneck. Third, recognize that resistance training is the primary signal for protein utilization, not just protein intake itself. You can consume all the protein in the world, but without the physiological demand, the signal generated by challenging resistance exercise, your body will not efficiently channel those amino acids into muscle repair and growth. Protein synthesis is primarily stimulated by resistance training. The protein you eat is the supply, but the training is the instruction manual. Consuming protein without adequate training is like delivering a mountain of bricks to an empty construction lot. No one is there to build anything. The protein becomes a mere fuel source or, as we've discussed, metabolic waste. Ensure your training program is consistent, progressive, and challenging enough to stimulate muscle protein synthesis effectively. Once that powerful signal is sent, then provide a moderate, sufficient protein supply to support that repair and growth. This intelligent approach might mean that a single scoop of protein powder post-workout is entirely sufficient, perhaps even just half a scoop if your other meals are well structured and provide adequate protein. You now possess a clarity that the industry hopes you never acquire. You no longer see protein powder as a magical potion to be consumed in copious amounts, but as a powerful yet finite nutrient to be respected and strategically deployed. You are no longer a passive consumer, blindly following marketing slogans. You are an informed architect of your own physiology. You understand the precise metabolic gates that govern what your body can truly do with the nutrients you provide. This isn't about restriction, it's about intelligent optimization and genuine empowerment. You've moved beyond the hype and into the realm of real biological efficiency. You've reclaimed agency over your own nutritional choices, understanding the profound difference between sufficient and excessive. This journey into the true science of protein metabolism is just one of the many ways we can cut through the noise together. Knowing the precise mechanisms at play in your body empowers you to make genuinely informed decisions, saving you money, protecting your health, and giving you an unfair advantage in an industry designed to keep you guessing. There are so many more fundamental biological truths waiting to be uncovered, so many more mechanisms the health and wellness world consistently misrepresents, leading you to waste resources or even unknowingly undermine your own well-being. Join us as we continue to pull back the curtain on these powerful, often ignored realities, revealing the science that truly matters for your health and vitality.